Welcome to Stonefield Query's Knowledge Center, where we help you take the mystery out of reporting. In today's quick tips, we're going to learn about the Values button. By the end of today's lesson, you should understand the purpose of the Values button, know where to find the Values button, and how to use the Values options. The Values button is a very powerful tool built into Stonefield Query. The Values button provides you with a snapshot of the data that is stored in any given field. Let's proceed to the Quick Reports wizard. In today's lesson, I'm going to show you 3 areas that you can locate the Values button. The first area where you're going to see the Values button is in Step 2, Data Selection. You will find another Values button in Step 3, Standard Filter Options, when you launch the Filter Condition dialog box. And you will find a third Values button if you've enabled an Ask at Runtime option. Now let's proceed to Step 2 to see how we use the Values button when selecting our data. In Step 2, Data Selection, the Values button gives you a snapshot of the unique information that is stored within each field. To work with this feature, simply select any field and the Values button to get a summary of the information stored within that field. To complete the report that I am working on now, I need to add the product field. I already know that multiple tables use a product field in this database. I need to find the one that stores information as a complete word. If I look at the product field in the main table, I can see that information is stored in an abbreviated format. This is not the product field I'm looking for. The second location I'm going to look is on the product table in the product field. If I look at how information is stored in this field, I can see that information is stored as a complete word. This is the field that I am looking for. The next place that you're going to work with the Value button is in Step 3, Standard Filter Options. Here, I'm going to show you how to work with 3 different types of Value buttons. For the duration of this section, I'm going to proceed directly to the Filter Condition dialog box. For the purposes of this exercise, I have selected a filtering condition that searches for all products on the main table containing the value GM. If I would like to edit or change the value of this condition, I simply select the Value button to see a summary of the information that's available to me. I then scroll down to find the value that I want, select OK, and I have updated my condition. If you are working with a field that is set up to store date values, such as the creation field on the summary table, there are 2 ways of updating your information. The first, select the day, month, or year that you wish to change and type over it. The second is to choose the drop-down calendar and scroll through until you find the desired month and year. There are certain fields within your database that contain predefined data that you cannot alter or change, such as the activity field found in the history table. The developers of Stonefield Query have worked with these fields and created predefined lists of values. This allows you to select the information that you're looking for from an easy-to-use drop-down menu. If you have enabled an Ask at Runtime condition, you will find another Values button. Let's preview the report that I've been working on to demonstrate this. If you have enabled an Ask at Runtime option on any filtering condition, the Values button will operate the same way as we learned in Step 3. For the purposes of this exercise, I have set up a filtering condition on the country field. To see a snapshot of the data inside, simply select the Values button. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Let's return to the Knowledge Center for a summary of today's presentation. In today's lesson, you learned the following: the purpose of the Values button, 3 places to find the Values button, data selection, standard filter options, and Ask at Runtime. You also learned how to use the following options: the Value dialog box, date values, and predefined lists of values. Thank you for watching today's presentation on the Values button.